Hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to make sure that everything is going live and the sound is working. Okay. And it is. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you all are doing well. So I want probably almost a month ago, maybe 2 months ago now, I had talked a little bit about scholarships, where you can search for scholarships, what you can learn about them, how to find scholarships. And so I think that applying to scholarships can be such an important thing. And what I want to talk about today is how to make sure that your student is putting their best foot forward as they are searching for scholarships. Now, before I get started, I want to tell you all that I have been working on something that I am really, really excited about. There are some fun things that are coming, and I cannot wait to share with you. And it's almost ready. I will be sharing it soon, but I know that this is streaming in the Facebook group. If you are not in our Facebook group, that is actually where I am going to share some of this live coming up once everything is ready to go. It will be this week. It is almost ready, and I am super excited. So if you are not in that Facebook group, it is Confused to College Ready, and you can find it just by searching in Facebook. So I would love to welcome you there. Now, what I want to talk about as far as scholarships is, and this comes from times where I have sat on scholarship committees and I have reviewed applications to see what students to review and see who is going to win a scholarship, as well as talking through and doing research and looking at the different scholarships that are out there. So what I want to suggest to your student is that they take a look at the specific requests of the scholarship. If there is a scholarship that is specific to a certain major or a certain area of interest or something that a student has completed or done, and that is not an area or a major or something that your student has been involved with, have them make sure that they are spending their time wisely. Because if one is making sure that they are spending their time wisely. So that's the first thing. I don't want a student to go in and spend a whole bunch of time on a scholarship that they might not even qualify for, or that their intended major isn't something that they are going to pursue. And so then the scholarship committee is going to look at that application and say, okay, well, we are looking at a scholarship within the field of psychology, and this person is interested in engineering. So that's going to be an automatic no. Your student has taken time, and it's not going to pay off because that's not something they're going to win. So the first thing is, I really want your students to make sure that they are using their time wisely and that they are looking at scholarships that are specific to them. Now, the second thing that I want your student to do is to make sure that they are reading the directions of the scholarship very thoroughly. If it says for them not to include their name on something, they shouldn't include their name on something. If it says that they need to include an essay or to include information about whether they have a financial need and your family has a financial need, look at that and follow those instructions precisely. You want to make sure that, imagine that it is a project that they are turning in, or a resume and a packet of information about the student, that they want to make sure they are putting their best foot forward. And part of that is going to take them making sure that they've read the directions so that they have all of the application pieces. It is a scholarship that they actually can qualify for instead of spending their time. And then making sure, so number one is we don't want them to waste their time, make sure that they actually qualify. Number two is reading the directions thoroughly to make sure that they have all of the information that the scholarship is asking for. One of the very first things that can happen if a scholarship committee is looking at content and looking to see, okay, do we have this piece of information? Do we have that piece of information? These are the 4 requirements. If something's not in there for another student, but your student has submitted that information, they're going to look more at your student than the student who didn't submit everything. So the third thing that I want to talk about are the statements that students are writing. And so sometimes students will end up that as they are completing different applications, whether it be for college, whether it be for scholarships, that part of what they see is, oh, it's looking for an essay and it wants to know why this particular college, or it wants to know some basic information. And so sometimes they can use that same essay. Other times, they really are going to need to make sure that they are on top of the work that they are doing, because some of it's going to be very individualized. Some of it might be specific to the major. Maybe it's something in the health science field, and they need to talk about how their previous experiences have impacted them and why they want to go into that field. If they end up just talking about a general topic or talking about how they made sure that they were successful in high school, but they're not answering the question about it being specific to their major, that's going to be an issue. And that's something that the admissions committee is going to be able to say, you know what, we're not going to look at this because this isn't answering the prompt. So students, we really want to make sure that they are answering the prompt for that essay so that they have the best shot at getting that scholarship. So the first thing is we really want to make sure that they actually qualify. The second thing is making sure that you have a nice packet, that you are meeting all of those requirements. And the third thing I want to talk about is just really reviewing the essay and making sure that it is individualized, that it is personalized, and that it is something that is going to show how the student stands out. So when it talks about, again, maybe it's health science and how have you shown growth, or how have you shown an interest? If a student shares general information about themselves, another student, and your student talks about, this is what I did, and these are the ways that I have participated in these activities or experiences, in that situation, they are much more likely to get the go-ahead from that scholarship committee. So there are multiple scholarships that students can apply for. I have done several lives on that before. I also have talked on podcasts before about scholarships, different ways that students can get money. I would definitely encourage you to take a look at your high school's website, whether that be the counseling department or directly on the website, as well as making sure that you have other information and that you know exactly what you need. I hope this has been helpful. If you are interested, I would absolutely love to sit down and talk with you a little bit more about the strategy for your particular student and your specific situation. The thing that you can do, if you send a message to me, I will set up a time that we can chat for 15, 20 minutes, completely free, and help you as you are navigating. And then the other thing that I would love to do is, like I said, have you join our Facebook group. It's the Confused to College Ready, and be able to be one of the first to hear about our brand new announcement of the things that we have been working on. I hope you all are doing well. Have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.